Good morning, world. Good evening to our esteemed guest. Today, we are continuing with our interview season, and today, I am honored to introduce to you someone who is very special to my own journey in Neurographica. Please welcome Angelika Grinberg.
Hi,
Good evening, Angelica. How are you?
Hi, Anna. Glad to see you, and thank you for inviting me for this very special to me event. And I just hope that this event will be very useful and informative for everybody who is going to be watching live or later in recorded version.
Well, let's break the secret since I've started with such a mysterious introduction. When I started my journey in Neurographica, the very first person that took the first steps with me holding my hand was Angelica. And I'm actually going to turn it to you and tell me, first of all, tell me where you are, what languages you speak. Just give us a little bit of your background, and then we will actually turn to what got you to Neurographica, or how Neurographica got to you, and then how everything happened.
Okay, I'll try to be as short as I can. So as Anna introduced me, my name is Angelica, and right now at this particular moment, I am in Italy, living my dream life, and Neurographica played a special role in this success, and I will share a little bit later some story behind. I am certified Neurographica Instructor and aesthetical coach from 2020. I am supervisor of the Russian stream in the Institute of the Pavel Piskarov. So I'm very glad to be here today and share some maybe story that influenced my life, that changed my life, and also besides of my own personal transformation, I was able to meet absolutely impressive and intelligent, interesting people from the other parts of this globe, which I think that I wouldn't be able to meet them in real life if Neurographica wouldn't be there for me. I got introduced to Neurographica back in 2018. And I'll be honest with you, it was not love from first time. I was very big skeptical about this method because too many people were telling me about this method. And I was very kind of curious, intrigued at the same time that, okay, all those people who were mentioning this method, which called Neurographica, those people were with different backgrounds, with different life stories, but they kept talking about the same method, about the same drawings, about very impressive stories, how it changes everybody's life. And when I've heard everybody's life, of course, like my radar was up saying like, wait a minute, possibly not everybody's life. So being skeptical, but at the same time, as my let's say normal life background, being a professional financist, and especially digging in the details and understanding is it really true or not. So of course my choice was to get introduced to this method and test it on myself to prove is this a wrong or right statement. Because I wouldn't believe those people, because I was thinking that, oh, it's probably their imagination. This is wishful thinking. That's how they set it their own minds, but it cannot work for everybody. And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to test this method on myself. And let's see if it's going to work, then maybe there is something. But if it's not, then okay, I will just make my own conclusion on that. So with that skepticism, I dived in to the very first step of world of Neurographica, and I signed up to the level of beginners called user program. And of course, I decided not to go to any other instructor because you have choice, or you can study basic level from the instructors who are graduated from the Pavel Piskarov instruction course. Or you can go directly to the master. So of course, I chose the second option. I went study with the Pavel directly. So I wanted to hear from the original source, what is this magic about, right? And I'll be honest with you, my first two classes, I was, okay, yeah, maybe, I was not really getting the sensation of it. However, on the very last class, I started to see that some themes and some situations what I was drawing about in my Neurographica classes, somehow they started to get resolved. And those situations were not simple, just like, to buy Starbucks coffee today or not. There were like really something what I was testing Neurographic on something big, right? Like everybody would want to something almost unreal. And at that point, I started to draw my topics about how I can move to Italy, because at that point I was living in New York, having my absolutely stunning career, but I was burned out. And at the same time, I was thinking that, okay, why should I wait for my retirement? I want to live in Italy now when I can still enjoy it. So I started to draw this. And then, like I said, I started to feel that something was shifting in my space, in the world around me. I started to see some information coming into my life. I started to meet people who were saying that, hey, we did the same a few years ago. So I kind of started to see that this method is working. So with that kind of first anchor and interest, I continued my education. I went to the next level, which called specialist. And then after finishing the specialist, I, of course, dived into the main program, which is called instructor level, because at that time, I already saw some results, not only about my Italian dream, but as well the other aspects of my life. And then I started to change my first impression, right, or where I was skeptical about that. So I said to myself that I understand what is this method about. I really became a big fan of it. And the only one option was for me to be able to share it on professional level, as I always want to deliver my services on professional level, no matter what I do. So I decided that I need to complete this instructor level, because this is only a level which gives you right to teach other people, right? So you can provide classes to some other skeptical people like I was a time ago, or maybe just to be able to ease some people's lives, right? Just to making that life a little bit more manageable in a very bionical way. So sorry for long story, Anna.
Oh,
I try to be short.
Yeah, and I think to those professional skeptics that are listening to us, or might be watching the recording, that I hope that rings the bell when somebody's doing something and you just don't buy other people's words. You need to test the waters by yourself. And I mean, for Angelica, coming from financial field, and myself coming from international corporate legal background, she was the perfect person, and we all gonna have that person that will hold your hands and let you really explore. I think it's been really a beautiful creative process of exploration and being brave and playful and curious. And it's just, I know it's just the beginning, because this year, I think it's, and I'm doing drawings with everyone, with every person that I interview. And my meta topic is that I would like to meet everyone in person, and I think it's going to happen this year. I might visit Italy and finally give you a big hug.
Right.
Yes. So I know you got something that you want to show us? Maybe do a little bit of a
right. I just wanted today to share one of my favorite algorithms or like techniques, what we getting introduced to while we're studying on these Neurographica Instructor and aesthetical coach training or schooling. It's named I Am Okay, and it's okay to be okay. And why I chose this topic and this technique for today's meeting is just because I'm sure, like most of us, have those days or those moments when we, no matter how good we are, no matter how progressive we are, no matter how balanced we are or spiritual we are, we have those moments we start to doubt ourselves. Are we okay? Are we okay enough? And this technique, what I will be showing to you today, you can apply to absolutely different topic or situation what can be in your life. And I really hope that you will find it useful. You can do it as many as you can afterwards, like applying to different scenarios. I guess I will just start to switch my camera then, Anna, or
I'll
what is
let
the
you
plan?
take the floor, and then I will join you later when you finish. All
Okay,
right.
I hope people are prepared. They have paper for drawing, we have markers, we have all those instruments, right? So we can just really work together, sharing this, our, like big energy cumulatively, which is also one of the greatest things what I want you to inspire to use while you're joining this type of conferences or meetings when you draw or you work on specific techniques while you applying Neurographica. It's always much more beneficial when you draw it in a group, because we get all this energy together working on our totally, like absolutely different things, but it's going to be influencing each and one of us. Okay, so all right, that being said, I'm going to be switching the camera so you can see my paper, and let me know if you can see well. So I have today prepared format A5, but you please use whatever paper you have today available for you. It might be A4, A3, whatever you feel comfortable with. And what is this about I am being okay? So before we just dive in our drawing itself, I just want you to set your mind a little bit before we start to imply this technique, just by remembering those simple things, yet very important, that my intention, meaning your intention, is always positive and good. I have all necessary resources to realize that my good intention. I always make the best choice out of all possible availabilities to me. Each of my choice and every action leads me to the positive outcome, transformation, and positive change in my life. So I hope that this will help you to set your mind. And right now, let's just think, what is the most actual topic for you, or perhaps there is like a very special situation what you want to work with and get better outcome of it. So just think of that, and I will write down on my piece of paper my topic, and I will write down topic, and there will be I am okay with living busy life, meaning that I am instructor and I'm studying and I'm a mom and I'm a neighbor and all my multiple roles what I have to play in my life. So that's why I named my topic, I am okay with living busy life. And right now I'm gonna put a timer on my phone for 2 minutes. And during those 2 minutes, when I will say to you start, we will be writing absolutely all words, all associations, what will be coming to your mind in regards to that topic, what you had selected, what you wanted to be working with right now. Just be mindful that some of the words, they can be repetitive. Don't neglect them. Don't eliminate them. Write them as many times as they keep coming. All right. And it could be absolutely various words or, meanings to you. So just keep writing down unless I will guide you to stop. All right. Okay. That being said, on 1, 2, 3, we begin. 1, 2, 3, let's start. Okay, finish the word what you were writing. And right now, I want you to take a look at those words what just came up from your subconscious mind or conscious mind, everything what you can see on a paper right now. Take a moment and see what those words are about, what the message they're sending, what quality of those words are. Are they positive? Are they a little bit expressing some tension or perhaps some worries? So just take a look. Also, take a look and note for yourself if there are any words that are repetitive and maybe they come up like 2 or 3 times. So just circle them around. So as I can see that I have word love that are repeated 2 times, and see what is this about? How do you feel about it? Is that something what maybe completely surprised you? Maybe there will be some words what you are just looking at them and thinking, what is this about? Like it's nothing to do with my situation or with the topic what I'm right now focusing on. So just make sure that if you see some words that in your mind are not related to this. So also just take a mental note or like, you know, circle them as well. So just you will see how this all information and will be unwilling and discovering itself during our drawing, and perhaps at the end of our drawing, you will see that those words have a special meaning to you. All right. So right now, all those words we're gonna be putting on a side, so you can just see them, not take them far away from you, and prepare your paper, what we will be using for our technique. And right now, if it's maybe easier for some of you, you can take a deep breath in and breath out, and just kind of make sure that your breathing is normal. It's not super rapid. It's not too slow. That is just like being your normal breathing. If you wish, you can close your eyes for a second, take another breath in and breath out. And whenever you're ready, start to use your marker. And we will begin our drawing with finding somewhere in the center of our paper, our universe, if you wish, where we are. And let's place that figure of circle, which will be defining I am okay. And here, somewhere in the center of my paper, this is my figure being okay. And just take a look. What size of your figure is? Do you think it's too small? Maybe it's too large, or it's average? See how you feel about this measure, like about this size. Is that appropriate for the expressing how you feel? How important to you to be feeling this sensation of okay? If your figure a little bit too small and you would like to feel a little bit bigger energy of this figure, you can just go ahead and, like, you know, make another circle around it, just like expressing how large this energy of being okay is important to you. And whenever you're ready, I want you to start to think and focus on what is true intention and goal or aim is from your topic. So I'm going back to my topic as an example. I am okay with living busy life. So what is my intention? My intention is living busy life. It doesn't mean that my life is not happy. So my intention, regardless of living my life busy or like in a normal schedule, so it's gonna be still implying for that the true value of each person, why we live, to be happy. And here somewhere on the top part from the right, so it will be like right corner on the top, I will be writing and placing a figure, what will be representing this my intention, my happiness. And I would like to draw another big circle. And just take a look. What size of the figure came up to your drawing? How do you feel about it? You can put some definition so you don't lose the understanding of what each figure is for you. So I'm gonna write down here happy. And see, how do you feel about yourself? What sensation on a physical body perhaps you experienced or you felt inside of your body, what your body was telling you while you were drawing this figure of your intention? What emotions did come up? Like, what did you feel at this moment? Perhaps some of you felt some images coming in. And if you saw some images, so what those images are, what did they make you feel? Perhaps those images are reflecting some of the words what you just drew down before we started to draw. Some of you maybe will have 2 figures or even 3. So just feel free to put on your paper as many as you think it should be presented on your paper. And figures could be not necessarily the circle, it can be the other type of figure. It can be square or triangle. Just like think about it, like also your intention, what figure does it represent? What shape of figure it is? And if you would like some, add some narrow lines right at this moment, just go ahead and do so. And if you are ready, I invite you now to focus on your resources. Just let's think for a second, what resources do we have to feel okay in that topic, what we are focusing on? What resources do I have? In an example of my topic, what resources do I have to feel okay with my busy life? And I know that the biggest resource what I have, this is a support which comes from my family, from my friends. So I'm gonna be placing here a figure like this. And as you can see that my figure is technically is ending up. I'm just going to show you so you can see, I'm sorry, white on white. So you can see that technically my figure is coming out of the borders of my paper, but you know, in Neurographica, we don't have those borders, right? Because we know that if we will add another piece of paper, we can extend our space, right? So that's why I know that on my subconscious mind level, this figure is finished, right? It's gonna end up somewhere else. So this is a shape of my support. So now notice, please, what do you feel, what emotions and how your body reflects and talks to you, what signs your body is maybe or messages is sending to you when you start to graphically expressing your resources. And I will write down, so this is support. So just pay attention, how do you reflect? What other resources you might have? Perhaps some of you have resources as a time or desire. And for me is also another good resource. It's just like desire of living a life. And you know, like this, a power of wishful thinking. Some of people will use it as well as a good resource, right? Or maybe you have some other resources. Think about it. Perhaps in your topic, very important resource what you have is finances, right? And just make sure that whatever you express, try to hear yourself from inside, how your body is trying to talk to you, expressing some physical reactions or what emotions are rising up. Please note if you are experiencing same level of emotions right now when you are graphically expressing your resources while you were expressing your first figure of being okay or your intention, are those emotions are different or they're the same? What about your breath? Is it still normal? Perhaps some of you start feel that energy is going through the spine up and makes you, your cheeks are, blushing. And this is okay. And as you can see, I start some of the figures to round up a little bit, so that makes me feel more harmonious. And here I will write down what is my second resource, and that was my desire, wishful thinking. How do you feel now? Look at your drawing. How your topic right now is unfolding itself. How your words, what we were writing at the beginning, how they are playing a role, what role those words may be playing in your drawing, how they are connected. And if some of insights might come up to you or some ideas, so just take a second and write them down, or next to the words what we were writing at the beginning, or in your notepad, whatever you will find comfortable for you. So that will be very important additional information what subconscious mind is sending to us. And if you're ready, I would like to invite you to the next step of our technique. And now think about your choices. What choices you can make or you want to make, and think about it, about, again, your intention, about the resources are available to you. What choice you can make in regards to your topic or situation or desire. And remember, like we spoke at the beginning, that at the moment when we make our choice, this is the best choice out of all other possibilities at this particular moment. And when you know what choice what you would like to make to realize your intention, just again express it with the figure, what you think of what shape it can be. It may be another circle or square, triangle, or perhaps some other close type of figure. I don't know. And now I'm thinking what my choice is in regards to my topic. I am okay with living busy life. Yes, I have a choice. I can maybe give up some studies or cancel my trip, but I don't want to. And my choice to continue my education. So I'm trying here to place this figure, and that's very interesting. I noticed that it comes up naturally as a triangle. And I'm smiling right now because I was thinking that I'm not gonna giving up. I'm gonna go further. I'm gonna go through this. And I know that even living my busy life, it can be still be happy life. And as you know, in Neurographica, triangle not always is, associated with some conflicts or like difficult situations, but it also can be associated with the growth, right? With the perspective. So this is my growth, and I know that I'm going to be continuing. So I write this: continue with the life I live. You may have, again, a few figures, not necessarily only one, but for me, I felt that this one triangle is absolutely enough, because the energy of that figure is absolutely great. And now filling me and all my insides, that it kind of gives me the bravery and some courage to continue my education. I'll be honest with you, I was thinking to sign up for another course provided by Pavel, and I was hesitating. But right now, when I saw that figure of triangle, I'm saying to myself, no, you should go, girl. You should go. You can do it. You can do it. With this such support what you have, just, yeah, no, definitely, I'm going to be signing up for that study. And take a look at this picture, what you have already in front of you, your drawing, how figures are interacting with each other, what the measurements are. You can even right now take a look and even see what figure is the biggest, what is the smallest, and just ask yourself, what does it tell you? What does it tell you in regards to your situation, in regards to your topic? How this information can be useful to you? What you can get out of this information as an additional source? And continue to listen what your body is telling you, what your emotions are, what image is coming. Perhaps some ideas, perhaps you, while you were thinking of choices, what you want to make or you're ready to make, you already perhaps already, you know, like kind of in your mind had the quick, great plan of action, you know, what you're going to be doing. So if something came up like that to you, just write it down so you don't lose this important information. And if you're ready, I invite you to go to the last piece of our algorithm here. And let's think about what the results, what the transformation is gonna be coming into our lives when we will be feeling okay about the situation, what we're working right now with, or about the topic. Now knowing that what our intention is, what resources we have, choices we can make, what results and what transformation will be in our lives. Just try to envision perhaps what is your new life, living okay, feeling okay about whatever it is. It might be feeling okay about your financial security, or about being healthy, strong, or being independent, or being you know, stubborn, because for some people that quality is not known well, and we sometimes feel some guilt. But in some circumstances, it's important to be stubborn, right? Persistent if you want. So just think, what will be this transformation results? Perhaps you will see that this transformation is going to impact not only you, but also people around you. And I know that in my particular topic, I'm okay with living a busy life. I know that my result and my transformation is gonna be the, you know, like living as an example to other women that pretty much everything is possible, right? So I'm gonna put here another triangle, and it's gonna be a huge triangle. And I feel with every line what I'm just putting into my drawing right now, that energy of how powerful actually being as an example to others can be, right? Because sometimes we even don't realize that we think that our life is average, simple, not any different from others, but one word or one drawing or one smile sometimes can change someone's life. And I'm here writing example to others. Wow. And right now, when you look at your drawing, and if you feel, again, maybe in your transformation, in your results can be more figures, just please go ahead and express all those figures, as many as you think should be. So, because again, we work with different topics right now, and for some will be maybe one result, but it will be major. Or perhaps your results will be smaller, but it's kind of like small steps to get to the ultimate goal, right? Or whatever subject you are right now trying to be okay with. Or perhaps you're working with the relationships. So maybe it's going to be, you know, some few results which you're expecting from improving those relationships. And relationships, you know, not necessarily we're trying to improve relationships with the others. Most important relationship can be with ourselves, right? Because it's always easier for people to take care of someone else, but it's always harder to take care of ourselves, to remember ourselves. And right now, when I was saying that about ourselves, I wanted to draw another line. And I don't know what the meaning of this line is, but I'm definitely including this narrow line into my drawing. Because as you know, in Neurographica, each narrow line, it actually represents or event or situation, or perhaps even a person or some thought. And at the moment when this narrow line is once, you know, like to be presented and to be included into our drawing, we don't know exact meaning to it, but later it's going to be discovered by us. And if you perhaps were going with the same style as I did, meaning that you were doing roundings of those crossroads where you have sharp corners as you did go, so then pretty much you will have the same composition or slightly different as mine. But if you didn't and you have, like I do have here, like you see the sharp corners here, so let's just like make this rounding here. So we will transform the thinking way and the visioning of our subconscious mind, providing the new neural patterns. So our subconscious mind starts to be able to see new ways, how to achieve this result, what we want to do. And now I invite you to take some pencils or markers and bring life into our picture, right? So we're gonna be making it light. And with the color, we will be giving another way, another options, another chance to our subconscious mind to create new narrow line, sorry, misspoke, not narrow line, but narrow patterns, right? Narrow waves. And if you're drawing first time, so I will just tell you that in Neurographica, we coloring few segments which are neighbors to each other, creating the new objects, new shapes, So our subconscious mind can try to start to work with us as a team member, supporting us with all our new life patterns. And you can use or one color or few, and just there's no particular rule, you know, what colors to use. Just like listen to your intuition. What colors are talking to you today? Perhaps when you were drawing and some of the figures were telling you intuitively that, you know, I want to be that color, please color me with that color. And just ask yourself, why exactly this figure or this, you know, new shape wanted to be colored in that specific color, what it may mean to you. Is those colors what you're using today? Are those your favorite colors? Or perhaps you're using completely new colors that you in a normal life wouldn't be, you know, just calling your favorite one, right? Just take a look and read another layer of information from your drawing. And I'm just gonna make here a little bit of the light, because my happy life, it's like a sunny, bright, okay. How do you feel? Please continue to notice what's going on with your body, with your emotions, with your thoughts when you are now working with the colors. Is there any change, what you notice? So that's what my work is looking right now. And now I want you to take another look at your work. And please listen to yourself. What your drawing is telling you, what part of your work, of your drawing, perhaps it's like a some figure what you were placing while we were working through the technique, or some colored shape. What is telling to you that this is most important piece into your work? Maybe you will feel like, okay, this shape is most important to me because in this moment when I was coloring my blue color here, I had another insight, and that's very important, very powerful insight for me. So I want to make sure that this is the most significant part for me in my work today. And so just to kind of on a subconscious level to register that this is most important focus area for our subconscious mind, I will be using normally the thicker marker, but unfortunately I don't have it with me now. So I will be using exactly the same marker what I used before, but I'm gonna go a few times making my borders of my object, what I want to make defined as a focus point several times. So that will be very, very easily distinguished by whoever is gonna take a look at my picture. Rather, it will be universe looking down on my drawing right now, or me, or my neighbor. So now you can see that this figure is much more distinguished from the others, right? Because the lines are thicker. And I caught myself on the interesting insight why exactly this figure came up into my focus point. And now we will finish this technique with energizing our drawing by drawing the another narrow line, which is gonna be equivalent of the line of energy of the universe, right? The field line. So it's gonna be another narrow line, but it's gonna be as thick as our focus point figure. okay, our fixation. So you can use already existing narrow lines if such narrow lines are talking to you that, hey, here I am, just please express me. Or you can draw completely a new line. And I want to draw absolutely new line. And here it is. And just because my marker is thin, I'm gonna go on my line several times back and forth, just to make it more visible. Like we said, that it has to be same thick as figure of our fixation, of our focus point, our main figure of our drawing today. And just keep in mind that when we created a new narrow line or a figure, when we just, use the thicker line for fixating our main focus figure or object, it can happen that we created another new sharp corners. So just please make sure that you round all of them, so there will be no any tension left, that we eliminating all unnecessary steps to the way of our success, whatever it means to us, just to feel okay, that there will be no unnecessary thoughts, no any distractions on the way to that beautiful stage of mind when we know we are okay. Okay. I feel okay. Do you feel okay? Thank you very much. I'm going to be switching my camera so you can see my face. And I want to thank each of you who joined us today. And I don't know if we will have album Anna here or not. So just to be able to see other drawings later. Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah, so I hope that you guys now see how Neurographica can be easily applied into your life. And no matter how busy you are, you always can find absolutely easy techniques, meaning that it's not necessarily that, gonna take a lot of your time, but you always can find that approach that it's very delicate. And you need to remember that with the studies of Neurographica, you will be able to find always answers within you, because you can find as many as great specialists in the world, but the best teacher is inside of you. Thank you very much. I will be happy to see new faces on our new class program. So if anybody has questions or want to comment, I will be happy to respond.
What a beautiful conclusion. I feel like we are so okay with the way you brought this to the top of the hour. And I hope that everybody heard that the answers are within. And this is a beautiful tool, the instrument that can help us discover those answers. And we are all okay, right?
Just wanted to add a couple of words before we end up our interview today, is that the time when I started to join instructor course, I had my full-time job and I had the other life responsibilities like anybody else. So, and at some point I also had my doubt moments, how it's going to fit in my life. Will I be able, to watch all those classes and complete homeworks and the sessions and the yada. And then I said to myself, hey, you already tried this user's course, you know what is this, and all these assets, what you will be gaining from that course, it's gonna be actually make it work. And you will be amazed so many times that you will be at the end of the studies, not even realizing that this is already end, you know. So I really encourage everyone, just like, please, if you have this hesitation moment that just you're very busy, just go ahead, you know. You will be really happy that you will be having those assets for life. You will be able to use it all your life later with any situation, like we said.
So give yourself okay to do what you feel like doing.
Exactly.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. I hope we meet again in live streams and in live finally. To those of us that are listening, stay tuned. We have another amazing interview coming this week, maybe 2. And there's recent graduates from the second cohort, the English speaking cohort, that if you're watching, you're going to be next. And I really appreciate this mix of people that have been doing it for a few years and those that are stepping up and they will have the debut. So you are okay to do that. You will go live and you will survive. And we are more than happy to welcome all the new graduates of the instructor course to a big global cohort of Neurographica instructors. On that positive note, again, Angelica, thank you so much. And we are done for today. Until we meet again, goodbye.
Thank you, Anna, for inviting me. Good luck to everybody.